Okay. Now,
again and again.
this is how you people who are following us, who are watching this video, you should do if really you wanted such kind of terrain, off-road. This is how. There's no kajanja. I mean, there's no too much
Fire
Take it easy,
and
relax and chill out if necessary. Even pull over if you want.
You can even decide to sleep here, but not now.
But if you decide, you can do it now
I never come
rather
out.
than later. If you really don't have the money for lodge, you can have an excuse and forge the lodge here. And remember, we have already started. I think this is appear like we are in the park already.
With the heat.
Someone said the journey is killing him.
No, the heat.
Oh, the heat are killing you.
It's called a heat.
Oh, so you need for this heat.
So
If you are not stuck with this heat today,
you need to explain to them
yeah.
when it's easier to drive on such a terrain, come up one nation.
Yeah, I think it's such a brilliant idea. Let me first face you, people who are watching us, following us. I think you've realized we are driving and the terrain is so slippery and we didn't accelerate or overspeed or over accelerate. We just use a normal speed. The kilometer per hour is even as approximately less than even 5. That's it even. 3.5 to 5. We have engaged our 4-wheel drive. If it was to use the way you think to use, get out of such kind of terrain by using the Nyati power. You know what Nyati power is?
No, the Araka business.
The Araka business. Araka business, you need to go and ask the people who knows the meaning to interpret. Meaning that rushing. There's no rushing. Relax, engage your full drive, put number 2 gear,
and take
your own time. Let the vehicle have a time to have that. You don't mean what you mean of traction. You get it? So here we have engaged the 4 wheel are on, and each wheel is pulling and pushing each other. They're helping each other. As you see, the speed can't be as much. There's a low, it's 4 low, meaning 4 tires, low speed. This the only way you have to move out of such kind of terrain. And so far, the vehicle which can manage, we have 2 vehicles. There's one Tata which just crossed and further side. Is our pickup 4x4 as well, and such kind of road or such kind of overland or such kind of terrain is very advisable to use 4-wheel drive, because that 4-wheel drive, it has advantage of 4-wheel drive, because in such kind of road you cannot be intimidated
by the slippery surface.
Because the slippery is only on top, but underneath you may find is, even though even is slippery, but there's the higher. When you get 4-wheel drive, as what we have right now, Toyota Land Cruiser, 79 series, 4 doors, even single door, anytime, but strictly 4-wheel drive is recommended for such. Otherwise, you're going to face a big trouble. Not only Africa road, even Asia, anywhere. Such terrain is advisable to use 4-wheel drives, so it is not at all take all the risk, but it minimize or it reduce the chances of get caught up, and it is increasing the chances of get out or out of such kind of slippery of type of this terrain. So it's advisable if you want also to plan such kind of overland trip, off-road, please plan for a 4-wheel drive vehicle. And as well, because you may have 4-wheel drive as well, the tires matters. The tire, you need to have the tire of such terrain, because you can't bring a tires of highway or of a tarmac road, bring it, maybe if it is all terrain, meaning it can perform for both. Like what we have here is for all terrain. It can perform more better on tarmac road and even on off-road. So it's good to select a recommendable tires. I know those people are selling tires, they are good at it, they explain to you. When you ask them, that's because they will ask you, you want a tire to buy a tire for which terrain? a professional person must ask such question so that they give you what will suit your need. Tire is very important. As our previous sponsors, what does a Pirelli, Tire Express, Dunlop is what really, even up to now, is the same tire we use on our adventure Discover the Beauty of Congo 2019 to 20, and it's the same tire we're still using it, still in good condition. Although the tires are quite expensive, but they are worth it. What I've said, when they say they're worth it, they're worth it. Yeah. Because we spend a lot, but now see, we are still enjoying for more than 1 year now. Yeah. Almost 1 year now, we still enjoy the same tires. Yeah. So those are the tires, select the best quality, and even though it's expensive, but let it be worth of what you're buying. Not enough. The battery we are using here, it's a Trend battery. And Trend is also among the sponsor of this trip as well. It's among our sponsors. And then the battery as well, we've been using it yesterday night. It was the first camp on this trip because we started the trip, it was yesterday from Lira. So and
we shift now. We are finished
now, I think we almost finished the slippery,
the most slippery parts. We have gone back to 4-wheel drive high.
HI, two wheel, 2H, too high. Too high?
Too high.
Yeah. Okay, so we can go with the 4 high. It's fine. Because, maybe total if you're already out of the danger. Yeah. From there, you may decide to go to 2 high. It's gonna be only the rear. For now, we are still using the 4 tires, but at the high gear. So that is the reason why it's very, very crucial and very vital. When I say vital, I mean it. 4-wheel drive and the tires for such terrain, which is off-road or all-terrain tires. The grip, which is recommended such terrain, and as well as not enough, so you also have to visit. And because this vehicle was being rebuilt and tried to modify by NN group of company, which is NN Toyota and NN Motors. Those are the sponsor, and also they are the one made this wonderful work to rebuild our car and made it to be suitable for such kind of terrain. And we are very, very optimistic that we will make it successfully by the will of God as well, of course.
Our determination.
But so far, yes, what's your thoughts, Mr. Kaju, the driver behind the tires?
Behind the wheel.
The wheels.
Experience 26 years of driving a Toyota Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
I have driven quite a number of series of Land Cruisers. I've driven quite a number of Land Cruisers.
Yes.
But so far, this is the latest we have, and gives you all that you need to be in any terrain. For example, as my colleague and as the commander of the crew, Mr. Noor Ismail Nozzle.
Yes, diesel engineer and
engineer.
Are we the one kept to disturb them on their territory?
No, we are in their territory, so
the flyers are disturbing at the CC fly?
CC fly, yes. They are saying, why are we talking about
the cruiser? As we say, we are trying to also give some tips to the viewers, the followers who are following us, a bit to be aware about, even be aware there's a social plan about this in the park as well. So we are really,
for me, what I do is I kill. I've killed one.
This is very dangerous because we are the one came to look for them and disturb them on their safe comfort zone.
I can show you what I've done to this man.
Yeah, so show him.
Give me the...
We're not joking, just speak. Are you fearing?
You give me the subject.
Are you fearing? Yes, okay.
Oh, he has gone back.
He has gone. He didn't die.
We have sent him a message.
That was a camouflage.
We have told him, tell your sister and brother.
That was a camouflage.
When they see any Toyota,
don't disturb.
Never
because
disturb.
We come officially.
We wrote all the insects and all the animals that we are
coming.
So who is
official duty?
Who is he?
That's fine. Back to the point. Now explain. Mr. Kaju is a senior driver.
Yeah.
Around 26 years on behind the steering,
yeah.
Or behind the tires.
Both. So as the commander of the crew,
yeah,
engineer
Noor Ismail
Nozzle explained at the beginning. The first spot we were in was totally a very, very risky area.
Yeah.
Black soil, very slippery, and you wouldn't take chances. As being professional drivers, people who have been driving Toyota vehicles for quite some time,
yeah.
You don't give chances in such a scenario because we're in the middle of the park. And the moment you slide
we caught up and then
you don't happen onto the street.
In a big shit.
So what we have to do is, with the experience that we have to agree that let's use four-wheel drive low gear.
Yeah, at the low.
At the 0.3 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, sure.
Why did we do that? We didn't want to take risks.
There's two tips. We didn't use that. The other one. The other one could be the tire pressure, but because of the load of we loaded a lot of stuff, so the tire is still okay. Because if the pressure was too high, you just it can sink easily. It's easy to deflate tires, but we didn't deflate because we had a lot of load, and then it's balanced well. The only option we used was to balance our
pressure tire.
The tire. Reduce the speed and take it slow, very low speed, at more relaxed. That's a good, because most of people sometimes they get caught up because of not having the full four-wheel drive skills.
Yeah.
How to use your four-wheel drive at what circumstance and what is the speed recommended, even if not only the such terrain or slippery road or get it, even the sand. When there's a very sandy, it's the same. You have to use the same technique to get out of that, because if it's sandy, you can get sick and caught up in the sandy.
Yeah, you can sink.
You can sink in the sand and you can get big trouble. So use the same tactics, same technique on even sandy or such of kind of the terrain, slippery, even muddy.
Yeah.
So use the same technique. Don't rush. Engage your gear before you step in the mud or in the sand. If the tire pressure is too high, please deflate the tire. Engage your gear and make sure you control the acceleration at really low speed. That's very, 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 very crucial, very vital to have it. So please continue with the story of your career on four-wheel drives more than 6 years.
Yeah.
When can you see the call when I've been really having you had a big trouble or big you've caught up or you've been sink somewhere that you can't forget it forever? What was that day and which one, what road exactly or which country you have seen? Because even me I have some good experience for such kind of, if you're not using, you don't, because before travel such kind of terrain you need to have some a bit the basic. It's very, very important to have a basic before travel such kind of road, because if you don't think that, it's just a matter of engaging gear, and driving is not that, because even a 4x4 sometimes in most cases, if you don't have the skill of defensive driving or something process, it's going to be a bit tricky for you to just buy a car or hire a car and say, I want to go off-road, I want to go and get it. So it's better to know at least the basic which can help you to help yourself when the thing will be really. I think we need to raise the meters. Just paint
everywhere.
We
behind here.
Where?
On the carpet.
Which carpet?
The car carpet.
Oh,
Where? Behind. I don't know whether it's smell from inside or what.
Yeah?
They are packed inside.
here inside, yeah?
No,
outside.
Outside.
No, but
Behind.
Okay, then we close our mirrors.
the flyers are just okay.
Then we close our mirrors.
Close the mirror.
We also don't want to take risks. How's your?
Here we are engaging
Back to our four-wheel.
our four-wheel
Low.
at a low speed. It's four low. So four-wheel on traction and they are on low.
With gear number 1.
Gear number 1.
Strictly and at 0.3 kilometers per hour.
Per hour.
Just not to take
Relax
risks.
and no rush.
Yeah.
This kind of terrain.
The moment you rush, then you have a problem.
You're gonna be caught up. It's very, very important, vital to have those kind of tips before you get in such kind of terrain. And here I think we're gonna follow
Yeah.
the road of our predecessor.
So you asked me that question. Yeah, I had my first time
Yeah.
to get disorganized was in Congo.
Yeah.
I was in a place called Dangala.
Okay. Which vehicle have you been driving?
I was driving a Land Cruiser as well.
Land Cruiser, which model then? 70 series, because it's gonna be 6-cylinder.
6-cylinder.
6-cylinder, yes. Those are 70 series
70
parts,
series,
part of
yeah.
70 series. Even this one is 79, but it's a part of 70 series.
Yeah.
Because the 70, 70, 75, 76, 77,
Yeah.
78, 70, this is not 70, 79, 80, but it must be among the 70 series.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So the risks I took was I thought I got into a very slippery area. Now here we can come off from low
Alright.
back to for high.
For high, yes. Yeah.
The road is not so doesn't look so risky.
Okay.
So what happened is I didn't engage my four-wheel before I got into a bad spot.
Oh.
That was 2003.
Alright.
Yeah. So that's why I got to know that taking chances. And then of course I was young. I thought I would manage to penetrate.
Then the hot blood, we
Yeah,
call it
with
the
the
hot
hot
blood. Yeah, it's
But at the end of the day, I spent 3 nights
in the same place.
same spot because the leaf went
yeah.
down, and they are very rare. It was rarely that vehicles
Yeah,
would pass there.
Congo is really known since long for the bad trucks.
Nilikwenda pale Uganda, nilifurahi na tingi tingi we.
I am Noor Ismail Nozzle, diesel engineer. Join me as I share my passion for building four-wheel drive trucks and traveling to the remotest part of the world.
Nilifurahi na tingi tingi we. Ukiwa kijana tembea uone mengi ya dunia.